Hey everyone, today we have a little bit different of a video. I have been really just like deep diving into the world of Notion, and I've been making a whole bunch of different templates for all kinds of different you know, uses like habit trackers, planners, journals, all this. If you don't know what Notion is, I'm really new to it. My husband loves it and he's been using it for years. But it's like a cool way to like keep everything organized. Like that's how I see it anyway. It's like a really great organizational tool. And it has an app so you can use it on your desktop, laptop, tablet, or cell phone, right? And you can do all kinds of like crazy things with it. Like you can, they have calendars. You can make, you can do journaling, like I said. It revolves around like databases and like tracking, really anything you want. And so people use it for like travel itineraries or budgeting or I think I said earlier, like habit trackers. Like if you're like, oh, I want to go to the gym every day, you can like, measure that like in a physical way and like see your progress and things like this. And so people make all kinds of templates for those things because to me anyway, Notion can be like really daunting if you don't know what you're doing. And I still don't really know what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm very new to it. But really all it takes is just like playing around with it, right? And also watching a lot of YouTube videos. Anyway, like I said earlier, I have been getting kind of into the more design aspect of it and fun for me part of making templates. You can get really creative with it. It doesn't have to be super stark, and I know when I think of like databases, it's like Excel spreadsheets, right? And that's what some of them kind of look like, but you can still make it like really cool and kitschy and personalize it to like whatever your aesthetic is, right? Like it still really lends itself to creativity, even though it's kind of more this like productivity sort of tool, right? So you can really mesh your like left and right sides of your brain. It's pretty neat. Anyway, so one of the templates I've made, is this Cozy Life dashboard, I've named it. And dashboards are kind of like all-in-one templates. And so you hear at the top, I've put this block and I have all my other templates I've made here. And they're kind of like single-use templates, right? Like this budget one is like for your budgeting obviously, but you can track your spending, track your saving, see where your money's going. This plant planner is for all of your house plants and your outdoors plants to keep track of like watering schedules, light requirements. Do you need to bring them inside when it gets too cold out? Things like that. But this dashboard kind of encompasses all of those things and puts them into one spot for you. And there's like a theme to it. A lot of people do. And so the life I live is quite cozy and quite important. And now that we're getting into fall, I thought it was apt to like kind of show it off and really embrace that like cozy lifestyle. So anyway, I know I've rambled on a little bit. Let's check out this template. So I have up here, Cozy Life, that's the title. You can, when you duplicate it, which is Notion talk for copy it into your account, basically, you can delete any of this and, get rid of it. So this isn't just staring you in the face. This is just, to show you my other templates, basically. I have up here this little like toggle of how to embed a Spotify playlist, which is down here. I've got this lo-fi beats here for now because it's chill and I think it goes with the cozy aesthetic. And, but you can put in any playlist you want, one of your own, whatever you like, right? And that's how to do that, and you can toggle that out. Here's the rest of our templates that I've made. This is kind of like a little side thing. I really don't like the term side hustle, but just kind of like a little for fun thing my husband and I are doing. Like I said, he absolutely adores Notion and uses it daily and for everything for years now. And I like all the design aspects you can do with it. I like the creativity. And so we've got all of these on our Gumroad account. You can go to shop.nicklafferty.com and that'll direct you to our Gumroad. And a lot of them are free. A lot of them are free. The Cozy Life dashboard, because it took me a minute to make and because it's so robust, is $9.99. So, but there's a bundle where you can get absolutely everything, including all of our paid templates for $14.99. So be sure to check that out. I'll have a link below. So when we scroll down here, here's like your main dashboard is right here. And I've included journal goals, a library, which I'm really proud of because it kind of uses code for like reading lists and stuff, and I'm very proud of it. Like really getting into the nitty gritty of Notion. There's all kinds of things you can do, and it can get really complicated. It really feels like it's for engineers sometimes, but it's really easy to Google stuff and learn on YouTube. You just take off little bites at a time, right? And so I've got a clock here. I've got a Spotify playlist. Down here, I've got a cup of tea. Down here, you can type in some daily affirmations, whatever you want. This is just a bulleted list. And so you can click here and then do this and be like, type in whatever you'd like to add it to your daily affirmations. Delete those, type new ones, whatever you want to do. Down here is like just like a little mini planner, and it's just like a to-do list is what the block is called. And you can check these things off as you do them, and it puts a little slash through them, which is cool. So you put whatever you got to get done that day right here, and it's just like things to keep top of mind. I love that Notion you can insert GIFs, and they play, and so you can do like all kinds of cute little things. And so I've got this little lady and her plants on her bike and a quote block here, just stuff to keep in mind. Down here is just a calendar. You can add things to days with this plus, and then type whatever you want to keep in mind that day. So if you have, I don't know, like a paper coming up or like an important meeting or a trip, you can plug all that in and keep it in your calendar, right? And so anyway, and then it'll make a little thing like this, and you always have it there. And then if you don't like it, you can just delete it like this. Boop. There you go. And then down here, oh, this is just our footer with more of our templates and our website, our blog, my YouTube. So let's get into the pages. So we've got a bunch, and I'm going to go quick. Some of them are really brief. Some of them are pretty dense. Our journal here, so you click this and then it takes you to this new journal page. Up here at the top, you can click back to the dashboard, so it'll be right here under this ... I think also you'll have this kind of like tab on the side, and you can like lock it into place or not. They'll show up here too, and so I don't have that because this is I work in my husband's Notion. But it'll be over here, and you can click between the pages. Anyway, so this is your journal. Got the GIF. A little quote, and here are all of your entries. And so you just click new right here, and you can write anything you want to your heart's content. It'll pop up another thing. This is like the common little page in Notion. You can title it whatever you want, and that'll be these here. That'll be what shows up, the date, and then you can tag it whatever it qualifies as. So like just like whatever you're thinking about, or like job stuff, whatever you want. And you can also add tags. So that's not an all-inclusive list. That's just kind of like a gist of what I thought of. And then if you don't like the entry, again, you can just delete it. Delete. There we go. So there you go. But you'll see you can tag them with multiple tags, single tags, whatever you'd like. And so next thing is goals. This is a really simple page. Again, I just do the to-do checkboxes. We've got short-term goals and long-term goals. So whatever goals under the sun you want to work towards, right? And then, please, there you go. The library. Like I said, I'm a little proud of this one. So what's fun about this is you can have a book list right here, reading list, and you just type in all the books you want to read or are currently reading. You pop in the book, the author. You can pop in as many of the genres you want. So you can also sort this list, bam, right here, by genre. So if you're feeling like, oh, I want to start a new book, but I kind of want like a sci-fi book, you can make it so sci-fi pops up at the top of books you want to read, and you have them right in front of you. Because I know some people read a ton, and so this list might be huge, right? I don't. So mine's very like small. You also can decide if you've completed or not. So here's what those pages look like. If you've completed it or not, or if you're currently reading it. And then once you click that you have completed it, it populates this list over here. So it just pops over there. So like I actually finished this book a few days ago. And so I'll click yes now, and then boom. It just shows up over here. And then now, I'm going to reset that. Now I've completed 3 books. Yay! Within the last couple months. Very proud of myself. This doesn't automatically update when you do a thing, but you just click the plus real quick, right? And so you can see eventually this list will get longer and longer, and you can see how many books you finished. And so that's pretty cool. So this is one of my favorite pages in the whole dashboard. Moving on to the watch list, it's pretty similar to the reading list, except instead of completed, I've done a currently watching. We all know like shows can get overwhelming. Like everyone has like their favorite shows, and there's so many good shows out there. And it's kind of hard to keep track of like friends' recommendations, or if you see an ad or your podcast promotes a new show or anything, right? And so it's the same as the books. You pop in the title of the movie or TV show, say what it is, genres, currently watching, and again, currently watching items are populated up here automatically. So if this list starts getting too long, maybe don't start a new show yet, just for instance. Or you do whatever you want, but it just kind of keeps everything in track for you. And so those two are my favorite. The habit tracker is pretty simple if it decides to load. Okay. There we go. Here's the habit tracker. And, sorry, I made another window too big. And what habit trackers are good for is, well, hacking habits, tracking habits, right? So this database I've organized into morning and evening. You can do whatever you want there. You can write down your monthly reflections, what's going on. You can pop in any links right here that you'd like. I've just typed those. Now in the actual habits database, we've got our morning routines up here and our evening down here. And you can add new to either category, however many you want, right? And this over here is your Sunday through Saturday week. And so each day you complete a habit, you mark it. Sorry, there we go. And then at the end of the week, you open up the thing, and then you type in if you've completed the week. And so basically, and then you uncheck them once the week's done, and then you start over again. And so you can kind of visualize like how well you're doing on just different habits that you'd like to do more of, for instance. Like if you notice like, oh, in the evenings I haven't really been reading enough. Like I only did that 2 days and I haven't completed any weeks in a long time. But exercise, you've done it, every week for like 6 weeks. Well, if you want to read more, then you gotta, you just see like where your time is going in the evening, right? And make time for it, whatever that means for you, right? So that's a habit tracker. Classes is for students, or if you have any class, I guess. It doesn't just have to be students. But I've kind of built it out like that. And it's really, really, really simple. You just add your class name. Here, let me open this. You say if it's in the fall or spring semester, and then you just type in what the schedule is. And so when I went to school, classes were always Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday classes, right? You can also add notes down here and that is just, you type in page, you can add a new page, and then that pops up another one of these, and then you type it, I would type in the date, and so you can keep all of your notes for that class right here too. So when it comes time for studying, you've got them all in one place, right? It's a really, really simple like class tracker, but it gets like the job done, right? Here we have our budgeting page. This one is a little bit heftier than the others, and so you can put in your accounts here, like wherever your money is coming and going to. And then here we've got your income. So you add a source of income, you can type new or retype over these, and then how much you're making per month. This is a monthly budget tracker. You type in all that, and down here it will automatically calculate how much money you have coming in per month, right? The expenses are the opposite, right? So everything you pay monthly, put it in here, put in how much per month it is, and then it'll calculate the percent of your income. What you're going to want to do is this number right here, you change it to whatever your total income is monthly. So this is just an example number, this 2,300. That was the total of my example income, right? So you type in your income right there. You only have to do it the one time, because then this whole list will then populate around that new number you put in, right? And then of course put your own numbers right here as well, and you'll get what you spend monthly. And then it has a little goals page for money goals. Come on. There you go. Just a really simple little list, right? What do you want to do with your money, right? And then here, these two groups are pulling from these two spots right here. And this is kind of like I said, it's my budget at a glance. And so you can make these say the numbers or not, but you just see your income sources. And then here you can see these little bars are saying how much of your monthly income these items are taking. So rent is probably always going to be the most, and then, so on and so forth. Let's see. So that is the budget. Recipe book and meal prep is kind of cool. What I did here is, it's kind of fun because it's so colorful. You can add, so here in the recipe book, you can add whatever recipe you want, that you love. What you can do is you categorize it into a meal type. So what time of, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. You can add tabs or whatever you'd like there. What kind of dish is it? Like appetizer, main, just a side dish or dessert, and then diet. And so this is just all kind of what I like, kind of popular diets like keto, paleo, vegetarian dishes, low carb, and then decadence is kind of for like cakes and things like that. Cause that's not really like a diet. It's just cake and cookies. That's kind of just more for desserts or just, things that are like very, very delicious. Right. And so you can categorize it as many diets as you want to. I put a link right here that you can, link to the recipe so you can easily click it. You could also like copy paste the recipe into this space right here. So you just have it right in front of you as well. Like, feel free. Also, this day category that I just opened up is, so I've got eggplant parm slotted on Tuesday and Wednesday right now. So here's all your days of the week. And so it's Tuesday and Wednesday right now. And what that does is up here, In the meal prep station, so here Tuesday, eggplant parm, and then Wednesday, eggplant parm. So you can meal plan using all your recipes, right? And then like all the other databases, you can sort by any one of these categories. So if you're looking for like dinner ideas, you can sort this by dinner, and so it pulls up all your dinner ones first. So like these three will be at the top of the list, so you just see all of your dinner meal items, right? And then you go into them like I just did and select days of the week, and it'll populate right here for you. And so Monday for breakfast I'm doing breakfast sandwiches. I've got peanut chicken lettuce wraps for lunch, and then for dinner we're making sheet pan ratatouille, for instance. So there you go. And then like as we go down a little bit, like I've got this cake on Saturday, for instance, you know. But so it's just a kind of a neat way and quick way to like plan your meals for the week, and then go grocery shopping for the week and be done. So I really like that one. It's really helpful because we do meal planning like that, because I only want to go to the store once a week. I'd go less if I could. Here in the greenhouse is my plant planner, basically. And this, you just add plants. Like here's the house plants one. Name it, the location in your house. So like mine's in my bay window in the front of my house. I took a picture of it right here. So this is just an image. This is my actual one, and you just click add file or image right here to add the image, right? It'll do this automatically. What kind of sun does it need? There's different categories. What kind of water? Different categories. Does it need misting? Yes or no? This, you type in the fertilizer or food you're using for it and when, and then just general notes. You can put like when do you water? You can put propagation notes, anything like that, right? And so that's the houseplants section. So here's that. This one's also colorful and fun. And then we have the outdoor plants. And so this is pretty much the exact same. I have the locale picture. This has what do you need to do when it starts freezing. Some of my plants need to be brought inside. A lot of them are okay. Sun, water requirements, when do you prune? A lot of outdoor plants do need pruning to stay healthy. And then just any notes I have on it too. I've also got this date planted, so I know how old the plants are, right? And so a lot of my plants I've had for over a year now, and these are all still doing good, I'm happy to say. But it's fun to keep track of them, and fun to keep track of like how old your plants are, right? You're like, oh, I've had this plant for 10 years or whatever. It's fun. Hopefully they make it that long. I'm 1 year in, 9 more to go. Down here is just like some fun stuff. You can type in plants that you really want. And so if someone's like, oh, this is a coral vine, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful, you can write it down so you remember. This is just kind of like a sort of like a Pinterest board. You can just add new, here, let me show you one that's already like this one. You can just add a title and then like add a picture down here. It's just like copy pasted in there, and it automatically populates right here, right? And so these are images from, I think these are all like kind of in Notion. You can use stock images, but you can also put in like your own images or images you find online, and it'll do this too. And you can make that, you can do, you know, if you find a good idea, pop it right here so you remember. And then down here are some of my garden videos. You can check them out just to help you along and get your garden started, right? So then let's check out, we are almost done, the trip planner. It's really bare bones. And so all it is, here we go. All it is you name your trip. So like this is the, you know, like going to Japan, we're going to Tokyo and Osaka, right? And so you type in wherever that is, it's in Japan. And then on your head out and come home dates, you type, you know, when do you leave, when do you come back, and then that automatically populates this and tells you how long your trip is. And so once you put in those dates, this number automatically pops up. And so this is a 14-day or 2-week long trip, which is cool. Here, this slot at the end is if you get your boarding pass emailed to you, or whatever, you can pop it in here so that you always have it and you don't need to rely on like internet to pull it up, for instance. You just have it right here. And then in this big space, you can put any like important info or itinerary, like where exactly are we going, or like, oh, we've got to like catch the Shinkansen on this day, and we're going here and doing this or whatever, right? It can just keep everything straight. You can put hotel addresses, phone numbers, to keep on top of everything, and important information like that, just in case you lose your phone or something. God forbid. So that's a trip planner. Documents is even more bare bones. All it is just kind of like just a place to keep like quotes about things, or like just kind of like just insurance stuff, just like anything you might get emailed, or maybe like your like mortgage contract thing, anything like that. You can just put it in here and have all of it in one spot, right? Because Lord knows we lose emails, we lose physical pieces of paper, but this kind of keeps it all right here. And you can upload a file here, and then any notes you want to type out about it. So just a simple, like, keeping everything straight. It's kind of like a filing cabinet, but digital. And then last is this contacts page. Really, really simple. You just pop in the name of someone, which is this first item here. Tags are like how you know them. Feel free to add more tags. You pop in their email and their phone number. And then you could make like a notes section of like how you met them, or like who they are. Like if it's like a business or something, you get someone's like business card, and then that way you don't have to save it into your phone if you don't want to. But it's just kind of, I don't know. We don't really need contact books anymore, I guess, but it's just kind of like a fun extra page to keep everything straight. And so I think that's it. Blah, I really rambled on about this, but I'm really, really proud of this thing. It's my most robust like template I've made, and I'm just really proud of it. I think it oozes cozy. I like all the like anime, like cute pictures and everything, and all the gifts. And anyway, it's just like a fun way to keep like everything, just like everything kind of together and in one spot. So again, I'll have the link below so you can duplicate it. And thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.